What's going on, guys? What is going on? We're live here at NormanualTrading.com. Let me get everything set up. Today's day 374. Okay, day 374. We're at minus 105. Okay, gotta go save this. Hopefully, you guys are having a great trading day out there. What's going on, El? What's going on, Kyle? What's going on, Sherwin? Just getting everything set up. Hopefully, you guys had a great trading day out there. Today was not a green day, but that's just the way trading goes, we go through ups and we go through downs, but lately I've just been on this consolidation pattern, basically trying to break out of it, but I will eventually. It's just I'm sizing up too much conviction, and that can cause that. So, what's going on, Tom? What's going on, John? Let me post this to make sure everybody knows I'm going live here. All right. What's going on, Steve Austin? You're always in here first. Good to have you on. Good to have you in, man. I'm live going over today's trading day up. Sorry, down. Let me make sure I get this going here. Again, hopefully you guys had a great trading out there. Hopefully you guys have been trading well. Like I said, guys, lately just been kind of this consolidation phase, and it's unfortunate because, at the end of the day, I wish that I was having a nice solid green day, but, you can't win them all. What's going on, Chris? Today was a red day. It was unfortunate, but, like I said, I know my mistakes that I made. I know that if I wanted to just do base hits, I'd be all right. I'm just trying to take, chunks at a time. And again, that's one of my biggest arch enemies and one of the biggest strong suits of my trading. I try and push size, and then I get myself in trouble, but I also push size, and I get myself some big green days. But I have to know when to push size. That's the key thing. What's going on, Haley? What's going on, Eric? What's going on, Steele? What's going on, Nick? What's going on? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right, so there's this. What's going on, Ballin? What's going on, Pink? What's going on, Chris? Do you have plans, plays, charts? Do you call out plays by experience or gut? I definitely, when I'm posting about ideas, I go off by experience and things that I've studied. Okay, Vino. Oops. Then we're going to go Alf. We're going to go with AMC. We're going to go ORPH. We're going to go all right, guys. Appreciate that, Richie. Awesome day, man. You've been crushing it lately. Thanks on all the help in the room, man. I really do appreciate that. Helping people understand and learn and give them, the kind of base hits and the kind of, when we have solid ideas throughout the room, it really helps the mood and the vibe. But just know you're not always going to get those days. But Richie, you've been crushing it, and thanks for all the solid ideas and content. You're only going to get better as we continue to make every day better than yesterday at NormanualTrading.com. So let me go live here. All right, guys. Yeah, minus 105 today. I had to get a haircut, man. My birthday's coming up, so I was trying to get a haircut before then. So, yeah, I really... oops, there goes all that. Give me 1 second here. Cool. But, yeah. Definitely had to get a nice haircut before my birthday coming up here, so there's that. Yeah, and I'll go over Alf, and I'll explain everything on today's trading day here. But I hope that you guys all had a great trading day. There's some solid opportunities there on Vino, and then yesterday we had some on, Alf and things like that. So hopefully you guys are doing well. And yeah, that's a good call. All right, guys, so we'll give it like 10 more seconds before we get started here today. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys have been trading well. Yeah, Jordan had a great trading day. I think Ariel had a green trading day. Richie should have had a solid day. So hopefully you guys all had a great trading day out there. If anything, hopefully you guys are learning a ton, because right now, like I said, I'm going through this kind of rough patch. But we're just hanging around, kind of just waiting for that next big play, that next big move, and trying to, go with that. So let me explain to you guys what's been going on for the past couple months here with my trading, and that is this. So, we had a solid first 3 months, right? In the first 3 months of my trading career, my trading year, we were up about $12 million. And this all started with a $1,000 account. And so, with that being said, I was killing it, I was crushing it, I was making good moves, I was doing good things with it. And then the next month, I kind of, things started to slow down a little bit. And, I got a little aggressive, but, I think we only did when I say only, I don't want you guys to take the P&L and say, I wish, or, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just on a different level than most, I think. So, I only talk about P&L because I have a P&L goal, and because percentage-wise, the percentage is everything. Percentages are everything. But my P&L goal, to me, is everything. And I don't have a P&L calculator on my brokers, which I wish I did, because then I could talk about percentage every day and less about P&L. But I don't. So, and then the next month we did about $250,000, and that really, really dramatically dropped things off. And then the next month we lost about $1 million on the account in 1 month. And then this month we're at about, I think, plus 200,000 or plus 100,000, somewhere in there. But again, we're starting off very, very slow. Now, going back on these past 3 months, these 2.5 months, right? I know for a fact, if I would have just taken that base hit mentality into, April and May, I would be up another at least well over $1 million in both of those months. I think I could have done $2 million the first month, and then last month I could have done, about $1 million, and this month I should be up another almost $1 million. But here's the thing, I got aggressive. I oversized. So, basically I'm using all that momentum in the past to try and size up and try and project things in the future. But I just always need to evolve, and I always need to make sure that when I'm trading, I'm keeping what's in front of me current, not what happened in the past, right? Because what happened in the past. But right now I know the market's a lot slower. There's not as much volatility, but there's as much liquidity. So we're not seeing as many opportunities. And with that being said, I know that, we're in a little bit slower of a market, so I need to size down, and I need to take what's in front of me and just do these $20,000, $50,000, $60,000 days consistently, right? $50,000 a day is $1 million a month, right? And so, I'm basically my own enemy, and so, I've been trying to get aggressive, and I take 3 steps forward, and then one trade takes me 1 step back. And so, that's kind of been the issue as of the past month or two is, I'm trying to have that old mentality, size up, and then, but I should be, if I go back and look at the past, I should be just taking base hit after base hit after base hit after base hit and not getting aggressive. And today, again, another concept where on ALF, I thought, let's get aggressive. This is a solid setup. Let's see if we can get this maybe to 9 to 10 to 11, maybe hold it overnight depending upon how. And the plan was going to hold it overnight, but since we closed so damn weak, I didn't necessarily like the overnight at the very last second there. Now, all of this is trading, and it's all emotional. It's all psychological. And you got to go through these wars with yourself, and you got to go through these things as a trader. And I want you guys to all know that if I had this mentality 2-3 months ago, then I wouldn't have made the $12 million in the beginning of the month that I did. But on top of that, I'm always trying to evolve. I'm always trying to critique. I'm always trying to get better. And the reality is, if I have one trade that I go all in on and then it moves 200%, that's a huge winner. Rather than, if I go into that same trade with higher conviction and I take $200,000 instead of a $3 million position, right? Then, I'm going to be paid out $50 to $100 to $200 to $300,000. But here's the thing. If I was all in on that play, I would have been up 2 or 3 or 4 million, right? So, it's a constant, fight with that. Now, I know we're in a slower market, so I need to size down. And today, I had such high confidence in ALF that I sized up again. And why did I do that? I don't know. I shouldn't have. That was a piss poor decision. But it's a constant battle with myself to size down. Because when I size down, you're not going to have a huge blow up, but you're also not going to have a huge winner. And overall, I know that I put the percentages on my side with my trading strategies, my trading process, and my plan. I know for a fact. I've proven it now for years and years and years, okay? I know what I do works time and time again. But I need to take a smaller size position and just grow on it, right? Because right now we're not seeing GameStop $100 swings. We're not seeing 500 or 1,000 or 2,000% runners. So why am I sizing up? I shouldn't be. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to project the future. And I'm trying to be on the first 1,000, 2,000, 3,000% runner. And that's just not going to work. Maybe in 2 years or 3 years from now, I can start predicting how these 2,000% or 3,000% or 4,000% runners start. Be in it early, but I'm not there yet. So I just need to go back to the basics. Base hit after base hit after base hit after base hit. And you guys can take this learning lesson home too. If there was somebody said something the other day and it was pretty funny on Twitter. And I'm just going to say it because it was hilarious. And it's someone who I highly respect as a trader. And, we all have our different humor. But it doesn't mean we're not intelligent in our own ways, okay? So somebody goes, if you're scared about a position, cut your position in half. There are obviously limits to how many times you can do that until the position sizing becomes irrelevant. I have a strategy to prevent that from happening. And I want you guys to hear this. And I know it's funny, but it works for me. And it gets me back to the basics, because the reality is, if you're trading with big size, it takes one blow up to really mess you up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. But if you're just taking a smaller position and working with what works for you, and you've proven that strategy, process, and plan over and over and over, then that's what works. So, not sure what I'm supposed to explain, but trying to cut position size in half, and you won't be scared anymore. If you're still scared, cut position size in half. Again, if you're still scared, punch yourself in the balls, and every time you get scared, and now you will be more scared about the upcoming pain in your balls, and a stock moving up or down won't scare you anymore. But you get what I'm trying to say there is, what I do is, if I'm not doing so well, I size down, and I cut my position sizing in half. And if I'm doing really bad, I might cut it in half again. And if I'm doing terrible, I might even cut it in half again. When I'm rolling, when I'm trading well, when I'm on a roll, and when things are churning in the market, and when there's a lot of volatility and a lot of liquidity, I will be trading full size, no problem. Right now, there isn't a ton of that. Now, there's some moves happening, but there's nothing that's like a 1,000, 2,000, 3,000% runner. There's nothing that's like a multi-day runner. There's nothing that's basically a GameStop or an AMC. Well, AMC is starting to do that, but, so that really helps me get a clear breath, right? Because the bigger the position sizing, the more sweaty you're going to get under your pits, the more scared you're going to be, the more intently focused you will be on the stock, and then it becomes less about what usually works in the percentages and the plan. It becomes more about, looking at every tick and every move that it happens. And when you size up, you're more intently looking, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to me. When you have a lot of size onto a position, you're going to make more mistakes when you're more emotional and you have a bigger size. You're going to be sweatier under your armpits. You're going to be, basically just way more aware of your position, rather than if you have a 5% of your entire account position, or a 10% of your entire account position, or a 20% of your entire account position, or a high heartbeat. And one other thing that works for me, when I was down, I always get kind of a churning in my stomach, kind of like that roller coaster when you go over a bump and you have that weightless feeling in your stomach. It's almost like butterflies in your stomach. When I get that feeling, I know I'm in too big for the conviction that I should be in. So anyways, basically, guys, today, it was one position, and it was ALF, and that was it. And I really thought it was going to be a 2 or 3 day runner. We haven't had a multi-day runner in a very, very long time. And I really thought this was going to do it. We're at 52-week highs. We were holding this consolidation. We had this nice rip up with massive volume. And then I thought this consolidation was going to take us slowly and grind us above highs. And my plan was to hold this overnight and maybe get this, might see 11s or 12s or 13s if it holds overnight and continues to gap. But here's the thing. It started to fail into the close, and I did not want to see it fail hard because right about $7 was either the difference between green on the day or red on the day. So I said if we get underneath that and start closing weak, I'm not going to take a chance on it overnight, and it's exactly what happened. So I said if we started to close strong into the 740s, 750s, 760s, I'd take a chance on it overnight because we're green on the day. We're still making a multi-day run. The reality, I wish that it would have gone to 8s and 9s. I would have been more convicted overnight, but it didn't. And then, of course, I just take 3 big losses to end the day. I take about another $30,000 in losses. But the reality is I could have held this a lot worse and could be down a lot more. But again, I was in way too much size. The reality is, since I'm sizing up so much on that position, I missed out on this entire move in Aura PH. This is basically a bread and butter setup where, you get a form of parabolic, 3 red days, and then a nice move to the upside. I didn't expect it to go that far, not even close. But since I'm kind of not on a roll, I'm at lower size, and then I'm sizing way up, my conviction isn't there, and I'm just not on a roll, so I'm not necessarily taking as much size as I could. So I just need to size down no matter what happens in this next month, guys. I just need to size the F down. Base hit after base hit after base hit. Okay? That's basically the moral of the story. Hopefully you guys learned something out of today. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. Free chat in the description below. If you guys are interested in my course, it teaches you my processes. It's basically the same strategies and how I turned 1,000 into 5 million. I haven't changed, even though I'm at 17 million with the account now. A whole lot, maybe a little bit more to the shorting side. I do go over a little bit in the course about my shorting strategies. The most valuable part of that, I believe, is the live trading in the course. A lot of my students will say that the live trading is probably the most valuable point because I'm live in trades. You can see me execute them in and out. I go over them in depth while I'm in them and why I'm getting out of them and explaining the whole process for you. I need to add more live trades. I'm working on that. I think that's where you guys get the most value. Brokers that I use, also link in the description below. Brokerage, 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. If you sign up for that brokerage, it gives you 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. Check that link in the description below. Scanner software I use, code CAM15. You'll get a 15% off for that. Scanner settings I use. I probably take 60 to 80% of my trades from the scanner, guys. I could not trade without the scanner. I've been trading with Trade Ideas and for about 4 years now. Ever since, even when I was a losing trader, I was using the scanners. Guys, the scanner, it doesn't trade for you, and it doesn't do you any good if you don't know how to trade. But what it does do is it finds you stocks. It finds what's halting. It finds what's moving down hard, what's moving up hard. If it yells at you, for me, this is how I have it set up. So if it yells at me and goes ALF, 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 I know it's going down. If it's quieter, ALF, ALF, then I know it's going up. So it's coordinated to where I have the AI and what I call Barb. I can just tell by the way it is a girl, so she's yelling at me if it's going up or if it's going down. So anyways, guys, hopefully you guys got something out of today. Hope you guys continue to study. I appreciate every single one of you guys supporting the NoMagNoTrading.com community. I know this isn't an entertainment show, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be for you guys just to learn what works for me. And obviously what doesn't work for me. As of today, this doesn't work for me. So, yeah, you guys, I know this is kind of a little bit drier material, but that's just the way it goes. If you want it, come get it. So, all right, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon below for making videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Check the links in the description below. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, team.